Hi, I'm here right after the board meeting, Sandee, and I'm here with Tim Thompson, who came from Orange County, Murrieta,
Actually,
correct?
Riverside County, Murrieta.
Riverside County. So I just wanted to ask you what you thought of the board meeting. We talked about the K through 6 sex ed and gender identity curriculum. Parents were asking that we make a decision to put into the board policy that we would not be implementing a K through 6 sex ed and gender identity curriculum. And what did you think about the responses from the various board members, since you've been to so many board meetings?
Yeah, watching the inconsistencies in their responses. I mean, so many inconsistencies. And quite, if I may just say, I have been to a lot of school board meetings. I've never seen a school board meeting as bold as you to stand up for parental rights. I've never seen it. And I've never seen a school board member hold the other school board members accountable to the law. And so every time you brought up the law and said, let's just get back to the law, let's just enforce the law, it was as if this was a foreign concept to them, that somehow they have to adhere to a law. So they continued to be inconsistent. You know, you brought up the idea of the curriculums that are out there and whether or not we're going to have a committee here in the city to talk about these curriculums. Well, so many times I heard tonight, we don't have a curriculum. There is no curriculum. We don't have, and then you said, no, we have a curriculum. And then the superintendent says, yes, we've had a curriculum since 2015. We bought it right after it became a law. So there's a curriculum, and yet everybody besides you kept saying we don't have a curriculum. So it's really weird to watch their inconsistencies, and it's as if they believe their own lies. It's really weird.
Yeah, because I asked if I could take that curriculum home. It's the Positive Prevention Plus, and I was told no, because we're using it to develop our lessons and stuff like that. And so I don't know why I don't know if they forgot about that or if they just changed their minds, but he said that they haven't even opened it. But then why won't they just let me take it home? Because I would like to go home and study it. I like to pore over things and really know my stuff before I make comments. And so what were some of the comments that stood out to you, as far as, have you heard any of what they've said before? And
well, I haven't heard anything that they said before. Tonight was my first time sitting in on one of these meetings at this school district. But listening to what they said, there was a consistent switch in what they were saying. They would consistently say one thing in one moment, and then the very next moment they're saying something completely opposite. They say they have no intent of having K through 6. No intent. It's been on our website. But then the next breath they say, well, we have transgender kindergartners, and so we're going to have to address this. So which one is it? Are you not going to address it, or are you going to address it? It's pretty clear they're going to. It's pretty clear that they have every intent of setting up some sort of curriculum, indoctrinating all the kids with this ideology. It's really clear that that's their intent, but they won't actually come out and say it. It's really odd.
Yeah, because most districts down in Orange County or in Riverside County, they've already adopted the sex ed and decided all of this, correct?
Oh, correct. I mean, here's the thing, is if a district hasn't, they're out of compliance.
Yeah.
It's been the law since 2015.
Yeah.
So it's the law. Districts are always supposed to have, be enforcing the law. Like you said, let's just enforce the law. But so yeah, all over Orange County, all over Riverside County, and even here in York County, there are districts that have already adopted these things. And so I don't know why they haven't. They have the curriculum, Positive Prevention Plus. Maybe they're just afraid of the backlash from parents when they actually put these things into place, because you've had a chance to look at it. You know what's in it. Parents should be looking this stuff up, because what's in it is very offensive, which, by the way, kudos to you in bringing up the fact that what they were saying offended everybody in the room. They acted as though they don't want to offend people, and in the process of doing that, literally offended everybody that was here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always find there's some what's the word, hypocrisy. And because when I think of teaching children to be kind to each other, because I'm a licensed school counselor and I love children, I don't want any child ever to be bullied, disrespected. None of us do. And so when they turn this to, we have to adopt this curriculum or else, these children will be bullied and these children will be harmed somehow. It's I don't know, it's offensive, because none of the people who spoke tonight said anything like what they were saying. They were trying to put words in our mouth.
Right. And trying to take us back several decades.
Yeah.
Dr. Connolly, is it? The president of the board? Her little dissertation and talking about where we are now and comparing it back to the 1950s, essentially what she was saying is that all the parents that are in here that have a religious conviction or just, their own personal convictions, whether they're religious or not, that if we believe that there is just two genders, that somehow we're lost in the 50s. Mm-hmm. And so she offended everybody that was here tonight, and it's as if she doesn't see it.
Yeah, I feel that I think she thinks that that's a very normal thing to say, but what I fear that kids who think like some of the speakers in our schools, and there's plenty of them who have been, who through church or whatever, their parents have taught them that gender's binary, they have this belief, and how are they going to be treated? I'm an adult, and she's talking to me like that, and she's talking to the people there like that. Are we going to have our kids being taught like that? Are people going to be talking to them like that in their classes? I'm concerned.
Well, we should, as parents and community members, we should be concerned. AB 329 requires that this transgender ideology be spoken of in the affirmative. Requires it. That means that there is no diversity of thought. It means that if a child does have a binary understanding of gender, that they're not allowed to express it, because if they express it, they are now discriminating. They're in violation of AB 329, so they can be brought up on charges. This is just ridiculous. So yeah, we should be very concerned about this, and parents need to really wake up and get out here. I was really excited when I walked in and saw so many parents. I thought that was outstanding. Parents really need to start to come together, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Buddhist. Pretty much all the major religions of the world agree there's two genders. Mm-hmm. Pretty much all of them agree on this. This isn't something that we have to be concerned with. I wonder what the Muslims are going to think. They pretty much think the same thing that me as a Christian, the same thing I think. So this is going to affect the entire community. It really will.
So what would be your advice for me as a board member or our school district moving forward? Like, what's my best approach?
Continue doing what you're doing. I've traveled all over this state. I've been to so many board meetings. I've never seen a board member actually stand up this strong the way you did. I would love to see more people like you. But I think what you could do is really talk to the parents and find out who can run for school board 2020. These people need to be replaced. First of all, several of them need to be recalled for dereliction of duty, but they need to be replaced. Coming 2020, if you can reach out to qualified, loving people who want to stand for parental rights and encourage them and get them on board with you, because you need the help, because you can't keep doing this alone. You need other people up there on the dais with you that are going to secure parental rights. So that would be my greatest encouragement to you, is find some people to run. My encouragement to all the parents is unite. Whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, does not matter. And here's another thing, is even the gay community. I know so many people in the gay community that agree that these things should not be taught to 5-year-olds. And yet we have a whole group of people there, minus one, that thinks that this is a good idea. So if the parents will all unite and lift up a person like you, get other people to run, vote them in, and then you'll see some real change.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad to have a chance to talk to you.